Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So we are from Group 4, Section 1 for the subject Engineering and Society. So before we are continue for our presentation, I would like to introduce our team members. My name is Muhammad Izhan bin Marjan as a team leaders, and my other team members is Muhammad Qayyum, Muhammad Faiz Farhan, Muhammad Faizul Hadi, and Muhammad Fadalan Hazim. Now I will explain the background of our interviewee, which is our engineer that we choose to interview for this assignment. An interview session has been held with Mr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Rosli, a physical design engineer that currently working at Intel Technology Sdn Bhd, Bayan Lepas, Pulau Pinang. His age is 26 years old and he's from Negeri Sembilan Darul Khusus. Mr. Ashraf completed his studies with bachelor degree in electrical engineering at University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Now I will explain about the introduction. The field of engineering encompasses a diverse range of knowledge with no defined boundaries. Thanks to the contemporary engineers' discoveries and breakthrough, the expertise and information in engineering continue to expand. Historically, engineering was divided into three core branches, which is mechanical, civil and electrical. However, over the time, investment and discoveries in technology, combined with the integration of engineering with the other disciplines, have led into emergence of new fields such as information technology, biomedical and chemical engineering.
My name is Qayyum and now we'll have a discussion on the societal part of the question. So for the first question is, how do you adapt to a new environment in terms of the workplace, teammates and problem solving? So based on our analysis and discussion on this question, adapting to a new work environment involves mastering communication in the primary language, actively engaging with teammates, and being willing to take on various tasks. So, effective adaptation requires a balance of visible contribution, cooperative attitude, and a continuous learning approach. So, by fostering both personal growth and team cohesion, we can achieve this. So, for the next question is, can you explain how you collaborate with team members from these different disciplines to achieve project goals? So, based on our analysis and discussion on this question and what our engineer answered, while defined roles ensure accountability and expertise, successful project collaboration needs fluid interaction between disciplines. Open communication, flexibility, and integrating different perspectives are key. Effective management should promote a collaborative environment where team members can step outside their roles to meet project goals. For the next part of the question is regarding health. So for the question, the first question is, what role do engineers play in promoting public health and safety? So based on our analysis and discussion for this question and the answer given by the engineer, engineers are vital in promoting public health and safety by incorporating safety in problem solving, by collaborating with OSH teams and upholding ethics, balancing innovation with safety and adapting to change require continuous improvement and technology use. This is to ensure solutions are both innovative and safe, protecting workers and the public. So for the next question is, how do you maintain your mental health and that of your project team when facing challenges? So based on our analysis and discussion for this question and the answer given by the engineer, maintaining mental health in a project team involves a multifaceted approach that includes self-awareness, effective communication, and also supportive team dynamic. By recognizing individual limits and promoting a supportive environment, both individuals and teams can manage stress effectively and also maintain productivity. So These practices ensure that challenges do not lead to a burnout but are managed in a way that supports overall mental well-being and team performance.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fazali. So we continue with the next question, which is about how do we prioritize the safety and engineering projects, and share an example where safety is played a crucial role. So the main point in the interview was the role of the safety officer in each department, the healthcare in the system, which monitors the value of certain measurements, which does indicates our health, and the culture in itself that are very safety concerning. So from this figure, we can actually see the life-saving rules, which is actually rules that being implemented in such multinational companies like Intel. So just as do not walk under the crane, or do not light up a cigarette, or do not use the mobile phone while driving. So the points in the interview was the example given. It was something like they don't use phone when they are walking or driving, so they are not allowed to use their mobile phones. And another example was when the pedestrian trying to cross the road, the cars will actually give their way first to the pedestrian to cross the road first before they move. So that's one of the culture that is safety concerning. So another point was the safety officer that plays an important role in the situation, which is they are safety officer in each department, which shows how they take the safety seriously in the company. So we move on to the next questions, which is about how do you integrate technology and enhance safety in your projects, which is from what we learned in electrical power is quite different. So different approach, because we are dealing with such voltage as 5 volts is already considered as high voltage, so we have to go with different approach. So in this safety in such projects is the safety features is always based on the analysis of electrostatic discharge, limitation to activate the electrostatic discharge (ESD). As we can see, as we know, electrostatic discharge is such as when two objects they came close enough, two objects which with electric potential came close enough and act of spark across the gap between them. So our body in itself has electric potential, so that's why this ESD is considered in such a project in CPU making. So we can see in this figure the ESD is being implemented in such project. So we can see the ESD safe clothing, ESD safe math grounded, ESD safe soldering station. So the safety measurements is based on and analyzed based on the ESD, so which is really important in such electric component to be considered. So we move to the next questions, which is about what step do we take to minimize the environmental impact of an engineer project. So as in the interview, the main point was the new era technology requires CPU to interact with too many components, which is the inputs and the outputs. So which is thus promotes the usage of 2 CPUs. So the solution was how to minimize the environmental impact was to combine 2 CPUs together, which does provide us with save more energy, money and material, and it also does provide us with more efficiency. So we can say it promotes energy efficiency and economical concerning technology. So as we can see in this figure, we can see there is 2 CPUs in one motherboard, so which is not very economical and environmental friendly. So this solution was to combine and stepping 2 CPUs together, which does make it more environmental friendly. This reduced and saved energy, material, the semiconductor, and also save money as well. So we move on to the next question. It's about, could you describe a situation where you need to ensure compliance with regulatory requirement in a project? It's actually discussed about the legal in the industry. So the main point was to follow the guidelines and requirements that have been provided in the project. So another one is the senior engineer will have to monitor their subordinates, which is the workers under them, in order to meet those requirements and did follow the guideline. And the last point, it was about the company, all the workers and the staff in the company must keep the information and data details of the company as sacred and confidential. As we can see, when projects be handled by the senior, they are already provided them with guideline and requirement which we are meant to follow. So each week or each 3 days, the senior engineer will follow up and did monitor us so that we did follow those guidelines and requirement. So maybe when they are assessing all of them, we can say maybe the requirements are quite hard or contradict with the project. So they will assess and review again the requirement and constraint and make adjustment or change certain things so that it can suit the projects better. So another one we can see in this figure, which is how we want to keep the information and data of the company private, which is one of the tips is that we just make sure our staff and worker knows what is the confidential information, which is the information that we are not allowed to reveal to any other person, any other people outside of the industry, outside of the company. So that's all for me. We continue next. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Faiz Farhami Rahizal and my metric number is DE220084. So now I want to explain about a different culture in world of engineering. So the question given to interviewer is challenges in multicultural engineering practice and project. So the answer from interviewer is communication barriers, and secondly is different work ethic and attitude, and lastly is integration and inclusion. So the first, communication barriers. One of the primary challenges is overcoming communications barriers. These barriers include language difference, varying communication styles, and different levels of proficiency in the common language used in projects. So the analysis and discussion is effective communication is essential for the success of engineering project. When team members come from different culture background, they may have different ways of expressing ideas, providing feedback, or asking questions. So the language difference can lead to misunderstandings, misinterpretations, and frustrations. To mitigate these issues, it is essential to establish clear communication protocols, provide language support or training, and encourage the use of simple and precious language. That's all for me. Thank you. So we go to the next presenter.
Hello and hi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fadlan Hazim Fazila. My metric number is DE220105 and I will present to you about conclusion. In conclusion, the responsibilities of engineers go way beyond the technical component of their work. This responsibility includes a genuine dedication to the protection of the public, the management of the environment, and the maintenance of ethical standards. The conversation with Mr. Muhammad Ashraf bin Rosli shed light on the delicate equilibrium that engineers need to keep between the innovation and safety, particularly in high pressure areas like the semiconductor manufacturing industry. Not only do engineers have the ability to solve the problems, but they also need to have a high safety standards and work closely with watch teams. This is one of the most important ways in which engineers contribute to the improvement of public health and safety. It is imperative that safety be incorporated into the fundamental principle of engineering in order to guarantee that technical advance do not come at the expense of the well-being of the general public. Okay, I will continue present about recommendation. Okay, first, improve communication procedures. In order to reduce the likelihood of misunderstanding and to guarantee that safety standards are enforced in a consistent manner, it is essential to establish transparent communication channel and procedure within engineering teams. Second, continuing training and development. Establish program for continuing professional development that concentrate on the most recent safety practice, legislative change, and technology improvement. Consequently, this guarantees that engineers will continue to be skilled in incorporating safety into their design and operational procedures. The third one, encourage collaboration across discipline. From the very beginning of the project, it is important to encourage collaboration among engineers, safety officers, and any other relevant stakeholders concerned with the project. Okay, next, make an investment in safety technology. Make an investment in cutting-edge safety technology and tools that improve the capacity to monitor and manage safety in engineering projects. Through the useful of real-time monitoring system, for instance, it is possible to assist in the early detection and mitigation of potential safety issues. The fifth point, foster an inclusive safety culture. Developing a workplace culture that place a high priority on safety and encourage every member of the team to actively participate in safety activities. This involves recognizing and rewarding individuals that have contributed to the advance of safety measures, as well as making certain that safety is a fundamental principle upheld by the organization. The last one, regular safety audits and reviews. The purpose of this audit and reviews is to evaluate the efficiency of the existing safety practice and it to pinpoint areas that could use improvement. The use of the proactive strategy contributes to the upkeep of high safety standard and fast correction if any violation that may occur. This is the possible of engineering teams to improve their overall safety performance by putting this idea into action. This will ensure that their inventive effort contribute positively to the safety and welfare of the general public while conforming of ethical and regulatory norms. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.